He produced an expansive, rich body of documents, of revelations, of prophecies, of visions, a number of which probably average readers aren't too familiar with. And so hopefully they will be able to appreciate that as they are encountering these documents in the book. My name is Smoot. I am the lead editor of Joseph Smith's Uncanonized Revelations. I'm also an adjunct instructor in religious education at Brigham Young University, and I am a research associate with the B.H. Roberts Foundation.
My name is Passantino. I'm a research consultant at the Church History Library. I'm also a PhD student at the University of Utah in history, where I focus on the history of the canon of Scripture for Latter-day Saints.
So the main purpose or objective we had with this book was to make Joseph Smith's Uncanonized Revelations accessible for average Latter-day Saints. We wanted to remove the obstacle or the impediment that some readers would encounter of having to dive into something like 27 volumes of the Joseph Smith papers, which can be intimidating. So we wanted to remove that barrier by presenting them in a convenient assemblage for average readers, and also to provide the most latest sort of state-of-the-art scholarship that we have on these documents, what their significance is, what their history is, and how they may be relevant for Latter-day Saints today.
Our audience for this book is average Latter-day Saints who want to understand the history of Joseph Smith's revelations that are not in the standard works, and to have easy access to them. Also, those interested in the revelations of Joseph Smith and his kind of revelatory career, they can learn more about how he received revelation and performed his duty as a prophet.
I personally would hope that readers encountering the material in this book will realize a few things. First of all, I hope that it will occur to them just how proficient Joseph Smith was as a prophet. They'll be able to see that he produced an expansive, rich body of documents, of revelations, of prophecies, of visions, a number of which probably average readers aren't too familiar with. And so hopefully they will be able to appreciate that as they are encountering these documents in the book.
Another thing that we want readers to get is really to understand more the voice of Jesus Christ as revealed through his prophet. Obviously we have lots of that in the Doctrine and Covenants, but being introduced to these new revelations, or these ones that were more difficult to find, will allow readers to understand Jesus Christ in a greater manner. The God who is engaged in their lives is shown manifest through the revelations of Joseph Smith. For Latter-day Saints, it's really another way of seeing God's hand in the life of his saints, when they had questions, when they had difficulties. I think that Latter-day Saints will continue to see the voice of Jesus Christ blessing and looking out for his saints and his people.
I think another way this book is important for Latter-day Saints, it raises the question, what does it mean for Latter-day Saints who have an open canon to have revelations from Joseph Smith that are not in our canon? Right? Obviously, these are uncanonized revelations, and so their mere existence raises interesting questions that hopefully our Latter-day Saint readers will also find interesting.
Lots of people really wanted to know the will of the Lord for themselves, and they would ask the prophet, what does the Lord want me to do? What does Jesus Christ want me to do? And through these revelations, you can see that Jesus Christ is actively taking care of his children and revealing his word to them personally.
Joseph Smith was a proficient prophet and revelator. We have revelations of his that are commonly known that you can read in your Doctrine and Covenants, but there are a lot of very interesting revelations that you might not know about.
Come and learn the revelations that Joseph Smith received that you are not aware of.
It's hopefully interesting stuff that will help fill in those gaps and help give a bit more context to who we know Joseph Smith was.